Alright, so version 1.2's live stream is here. It feels like we just had version 1.1's live stream. It feels like that was just yesterday, but today we're going to be talking about the things that I am most looking forward to in version 1.2 and what we saw in the live stream. Super exciting. Like, just take a look at this loading screen. We've got the new characters. We've got Mint in a costume, and we've got Esper Zero, both the male and female, chilling in what looks like some knight's armor. I feel like they're setting up for some really cool stuff to come. Starting with the characters, Shinku is a character that is pretty high on my list of characters that I'm looking forward to. Shinku, she looks really good. Cool dragon chick, and her combat style seems really cool to me. The animations look great. She looks really cool, and I'm really looking forward to her. She's one of the reasons why I had to skip Chaos, but Shinku is a Cosmos main DPS. Shinku generates Wrath during her basic attack combo. She's got a basic 5-hit attack combo that's capable of branching off in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th hit if you use a heavy attack during her attack rotation. Her skill also generates Wrath while dealing a burst of Cosmos damage. Once you've gathered up all these stacks of Wrath, you're then able to expend them when you use your ultimate. This ultimate deals AoE Cosmos damage, and it transforms Shinku into this really cool dragon state that is called the runaway state. This enhances her basic attacks, her skill, and at the end of it, it gives her an ultimate finisher that deals a bunch of damage. She looks really cool. It actually enhances her in the open world and makes her run really fast. Like, as you can see here, she's a zoomer. She's a runner, she's a track star. But this is a cool open world feature. You can move around quick. That's very neat. Overall, she looks like a really cool character to me. Shinku's passive enhancement is for charge, which when you have that enhancement going, the ultimate energy that you gain is also given to the rest of your team, which helps give you a lot of uptime on your ultimates overall, which is very cool. And they also showcased her, this here is her Bond outfit, which I think looks pretty cute. It is a little bit different than her normal style, but they showcased a bunch of her interactions and everything, which I know that you guys love that stuff for reasons. But I'm personally super excited to both play as Shinku and see her in the game, in the story, in all these interactions, and who she is as a character. She looks badass. She's a super cool design character, very pretty, very nice to look at, and she makes a nice omelet apparently. Aside from Shinku, we also have Roy, who has these 3 little sheep puppet things that help her to support you and your team. For some people, a support is not as exciting as a main DPS. You don't do as much with them, but just the sheer amount that they bring to your team is often really cool, and often really valuable for your team. A limited support coming to the game finally is good news to me, and it is a cutely designed character in Roy. I'm curious though, what do you guys think of her redesign? Do we miss the eye patch and the bigger horns, or do we just like her as a more basic, like, anime waifu? Like, she's still cute, like, she looks good. She lost a little bit of character in my opinion, but yeah, she has a weird passive where she gets special little bonuses from interacting with animals in the open world, so that's neat. Gives you one more thing to do daily, so good luck with that. They also go into her role, which is for healing and buffing up your team. We're going to get a full breakdown of her kit in the future. Overall, Roy, I think, is going to bring a lot of value to your team. I think she's going to work really well with Shinku. I think if you're not pulling for Shinku, but you did pull for Chaos, she would bring a lot of value to that team. So overall, if you're playing a Remora charge-based team, if you're playing a Blossom team, she's going to be a super valuable unit that supports your team in ways that the A-rank characters can't do. She's going to bring a little bit more value. She's probably, in my opinion, going to be a character that has a lot of staying power in the game because she's a support character. She's less likely to be power crept than a main DPS would be. And it does look like she's going to be a lot of fun. It looks like there's going to be a lot that you're managing while she's on field. You're going to manage her little puppets. You're going to want to keep uptime on these buffs, and you're going to make sure that you're keeping your team topped up with her healing. Super valuable, going to bring a lot to your team. I've lost characters in fights before because I'm very bad at dodging. In a game like this, if you can dodge every single attack, you don't even need a healer. Hopefully the buffs that she brings are valuable enough to warrant bringing her to your team, but having a healer for your team does give you a little bit more comfort as you're doing the Beyond the Rails and other harder content. Next up, we've got the story, which after what we had with the ending of 1.0 with the story of 1.1, everything getting a little bit more serious with the Scarlet Letter, we're going to be stepping back and taking a little bit of a more chill route, playing some board games. It feels kind of like Sword Art Online style though, where we're hopping into the board game. It's essentially Dungeons and Dragons. We're going in with our party of characters, and we're actually able to customize these characters with equipment and stuff that we get within the board game of 999 Knights, which is, I like saying that more than less than 1,000, one less than 1,000 or whatever they're calling it, 999 Knights. But it's Dungeons and Dragons in Neverness to Everness. You're able to build your party members with actual gear that shows up on the characters in game, which is really, really cool, super different. And it's going to be, to my understanding, a more lighthearted break from the main story. It doesn't really feel necessarily like a filler arc. Like, I'm curious how they're going to handle that, if it is going to feel like filler, or if it's going to be more chill, slower, but building towards something still. Or it could just be an introduction to these new characters and getting us used to hanging out with them. I do think everybody looks really cool. I think it's really cool that these characters are getting their own classes. Like Mint as a barbarian's hilarious. Shinku as the Dragon Knight is really cool. Like, she looks so cool. Like, she looks badass here. But exploring this new area, for me, outside of it being a little story part where we're getting a little bit of kind of filler content, a little bit of platforming here is neat. But it's going to be cool to me because in the future, it's going to be its own mode. I think that them expanding on this, it being its own mode, it offering maybe a new way to play the game during downtime when we're done with the story for a patch, when we're just doing our dailies, maybe being kind of like a roguelike mode in the future. Just give us more ways to play the game and more ways to have fun. Overall, the story, I think it's going to be a chill little pause, a cool little feature, and a lot of fun really designing these characters and giving them their own armor pieces, their own weapons, and all that stuff. I think that that's fun. Give me some Borderlands, some farming for items, and I'm going to have a good time. But that really does lead into part 3 outside of the story being kind of chill, having this new mode, which, as I said, if we get roguelike features and we're able to explore and build these characters and kind of get to it like a sub end game in this mode and fight bosses, and maybe like they'll have run times or harder and harder bosses or different floors that you could climb up or whatever. Just give us some new stuff to do in the game and we're happy as players. They're giving us all kinds of stuff. This is going to be one of them. Something else I think is really cool that they're doing in 1.2, I don't know if it's going to be a permanent mode, is this hide and seek mode. If you watch streamers, if you're watching content creators, you've probably seen them playing different forms of hide and seek games. I think that if you have friends that you play the game with, this mode could be a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and a good time. I like stuff like this where it is more chill, less serious, and different ways to enjoy playing the game that we love. I highly encourage you to try and get involved with friends with this, because I think that there could be a lot of good times to be had if you're in a Discord call with your friends, trying to find each other, like misleading each other in the Discord call, being like, oh, like you passed me like 30 seconds ago, like good luck finding me. I don't know. Just chatting with friends, having a good time. That's what gaming's all about. But yeah, this mode looks like a lot of fun to explore. On the note of extra stuff, of course, we've got all the costumes that's coming. Like, we've got all of these 999 Knights board game costumes. And these are all costumes that we're going to be able to take into Heathrow and show off. They show off the MC, of course, looking snazzy, kind of looking like a little bit of a warrior princess here. Very cool stuff. They show off Mint's costume. They show off Arroy. Of course, they show off Shinku. We've got her costume. We've got her Dragon Hunter costume. Looks really cool. Also features some different effects when you play through the game. It also features effects with the new vehicle, which looks like a Tron vehicle, but yeah, you can check that out if you want. It's something. They also show off here the ability to color gear, which is really cool. I could see some cool things happening with that. But they really started to get crazy with Shinku's looks. Of course, we've got her 10 Bond outfit, the Labyrinth Lily. But just stick here with me for a second. Things get a little bit wild with the next outfit. I think if you liked the Porsche collab outfit, you're really going to like Oh, this here is the 200 pool outfit, I believe. The student of Terra C, super cute school outfit. If you like Nonali's school outfit, yeah, this one. If you like the Porsche collab outfit, I think you're really gonna like Shinku's Dawn Patrol outfit because, yeah, it's an outfit. It's an outfit. She's on the beach. It's a little summer themed. Seems like we might be delving into some summer. We've got a Roy Starlit night outfit. It's cute. She looks cute. But then we've got her summer dream skin. Wow. It looks like we've got summer outfits coming, which you know what that means. Hoda Studios wants to print some money. They are very blatant about it in the live stream, basically saying like, yeah, don't worry, bikinis are coming for y'all. Like for everybody who wants that, they're coming in version 1.3, which like with what's to come and what we have to look forward to, we got some summer skins to look forward to. We'll see how they do that, how they handle summer skins. I'm super curious to see how they handle that. Of course, we got our login events. We got to get all of our dice. Very cool. But big news, we are getting an S-Class character selector. If you've created a character and you unlock the mailbox, you're going to get another character selector, which I am in desperate need of Haether. So that's exciting. Games coming to other platforms. Very cool. Before we wrap things up, codes are down in the description and the pinned comment for you to grab. Use them in game. Get your 300 annual. We need it. We need every dime we could get. But they wrap things up with talking about Neverness to Everness being at Anime Expo, which your boy Nyph is also going to be at Anime Expo. So if you're going to be at Anime Expo, let me know down in the comments below. Maybe you'll cross my path while we're there. Say what's up. That'd be very cool. But yeah, NTE is going to be at the Anime Expo. They're going to have their own booth. I will be at their booth. I believe I'll be there day one. It'll be a really cool time. Check it out, get some pictures, and see what goodies they have to show off there. I'm curious though, what do you guys think of the 1.2 live stream? Are you looking forward to it coming, or are you kind of disappointed that we're getting what may be a little bit of a filler arc? I'm not sure if it's going to be filler, but it feels like it might be. Let me know your opinions down in the comments below. Are you pulling for Shinku? Are you pulling for a Roy? Let's chat about it. If you enjoyed my coverage of the 1.2 livestream, a like would be greatly appreciated. And you could also subscribe for future Neverness to Everness and other gacha game content. During next week, while I am away at Anime Expo, I'm going to be having some reaction content coming where we're reacting to the other big gacha games, character trailers, and other stuff like that. That's been a lot of fun to shoot. Very time consuming to shoot though. So come hang out with me, get some popcorn, and let's watch that together. But if you're going to be at Anime Expo, say hey. I'll see you guys there. I'm going to be away almost all of next week, and I'm really looking forward to a little bit of vacation with the family as I'm retiring from the Air Force. So fun stuff. I hope you all have a beautiful weekend, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Peace.